Imagine that it's Christmas Eve, 1914. You're knee-deep in mud, surrounded by the sounds of war. The bitter cold cuts through your uniform. Then, something unexpected happens. From the enemy trench, you hear singing. Not gunfire, singing. And what happens next, it's almost impossible to believe. World War I had only begun a few months earlier, but the Western Front was already a nightmare. Trenches stretched for miles, filled with exhausted soldiers battling not just the enemy, but hunger, disease, and despair. But on Christmas Eve, something changed. A voice breaks through the silence. Then another. Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. German soldiers are singing Silent Night. And soon, the British and French join in. As dawn breaks, the impossible happens. Men from both sides climb out of their trenches, unarmed. They meet in no man's land, shaking hands, exchanging small gifts. Cigarettes, chocolate, buttons from their uniforms. Some even played football, laughing and kicking a ball across the frozen ground. For a moment, the war stops. These men, who were ordered to kill each other just hours before, shared a Christmas like no other. But peace was brief. The high command wasn't happy. They feared soldiers would lose the will to fight. Orders were given, no more truces, and by New Year's, the war raged on. But those who were there never forgot. In letters home, they described it as the most extraordinary Christmas of their lives. The Christmas truce of 1914 was a rare glimpse of humanity in one of history's darkest conflicts. It reminds us that even in war, the desire for peace is never lost. If this story moved you, share it. Let's keep the memory of this incredible moment alive. And tell me in the comments, do you think something like this could ever happen again? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories from history.